Hi everyone, welcome back to Deja Advices, where I'm helping you navigate your college journey with clarity and with confidence. Today we're going to be talking about the summer before your senior year in high school. So this is a part of my Summer Before series. We want to make sure that we're taking advantage of the time that you have so that you can make sure that you're being productive during the summer rather than being lazy in the summer. So let's kick it off with the number one tip I have: your summer before your senior year in high school, what you should be doing. You should be going on college tours. You should be visiting schools. And before we even get to that point, actually, you should already have a list of, I would say, your 5 to 10 schools. I know sometimes people categorize this into like your maybes, your slash what ifs, and your definites. This is pretty much saying like you probably could definitely get into the school, and this is I wouldn't say a long shot, but it's a maybe. Okay. So, like I said, before even the college tours, because I don't believe there's a point of visiting colleges that are not even on your list of your 5 to 10 schools. Make sure that you have that list of your 5 to 10 schools. If you've already created that list, if you've already went on your college tours, wonderful. That's great. Keep it up. Okay. So I guess we'll put that as one and two. Number one, make sure that you actually have a list. And then number two, make sure that you're using that list and going on your college tours. One thing I will say about when you're on your college tours, make sure that you are taking detailed notes, okay? Maybe you're going with a parent or a guardian. Make sure that you or that person or those people are taking detailed notes so that you can actually come back from the tour with things that you appreciated about the college or the university, or things that you wanted to have seen while you were there but didn't get the chance to. Okay, so it's really good to be able to look back on the notes to see what went well and what really didn't go well. All right, so my third piece of advice for going into your senior year, starting, like I said, in the summer, would be to make sure that you have your college application materials together. So I'm talking about your personal statement. Some colleges or institutions, they call it, like I said, a personal statement or a personal essay, usually something along those lines. Make sure that you have that together, and hopefully I plan on doing a more detailed video about that because I do like, wow, no, I like I like writing. I gotta stop doing that. But see, that's one of the things with your college essay. You can add a little bit more of your personality, but you don't want to, how can I say this? You don't want to write the way you may usually talk, like on a general basis. You don't want to do that. So you don't want it to be too formal, but you don't want it to be too informal. So that was a good example right there. Okay. So make sure that you start getting those materials together. Also, you want to make sure that if you haven't already created this, make sure that you put together a resume. Hopefully, you've had a job. Maybe you've done some volunteer service, extracurricular activities outside of school, things of that nature. You want to make sure that that all is captured in your resume. I know sometimes people think resume is for um, big boys and big girls, but no, you can have a resume in high school. You want to showcase the things that you have been doing, hopefully, and that you are continuing to work on. So make sure that you start to get those materials together because you don't want to wait to the last minute. What, this is my fourth tip, I think. My fourth tip, I would say make sure that you're doing your research. I don't know how many times I have to tell this to students, but make sure that you're doing your research. So let's say, for instance, I always use the example of a nurse, but we're going to use it again. So let's say that you're interested in majoring in nursing. You want to become a nurse one day. Well, you should start doing your research if you haven't already. You should look up all the different types of nurses that there are, what type of classes that you are going to be required to take in college. I'm not sure why some people, I guess, don't believe this, or maybe they just don't realize this. you're going to be taking a lot of science courses. So if you're someone that's just generally not the best with science, you might want to pivot. But really think about that for real. So if we use another major, for example, like kinesiology, think about the type of classes that you're going to have to take and not actually just think about them, but research them. Research that. You can always look at the course catalog for the different schools that you're interested in and see what they actually require their students to take if they're going to be a kinesiology major, a nursing major, education major, whatever the major is. Make sure that you do your research. You do not want to go into a college or into any program not knowing what you're actually getting yourself into. I'm not saying you're going to be an expert, but you can at least have some type of background knowledge to help you out. All right, so another piece of advice I have is to make sure that you are saving your money. Saving your money. If you have a summer job that is wonderful, great for you, but actually put money aside, save money. For instance, if you are planning on living on campus, you're going to want to probably start saving up for those things. Or even if you can, start purchasing some of those things little by little. But you want to make sure that you are saving up money, whether that be for books, whether that be things for your room in the residence halls, or just to have spending money when it gets there. I know it seems pretty far off, but a little goes a long way. So even if you just started saving, I don't know, $20 here, $100 here, whatever the case may be, because if you're not really paying bills or having to depend on yourself to survive, then you could just be putting that money aside. It's definitely going to help you in the long run. So that's all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed the advice that I gave you, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any tips of your own that was pretty helpful for you your summer before your senior year of high school, or something that you're even doing now this summer, be sure to comment that. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time.